So you found me today doing a bit of fishing actually, and I thought what I'd do is I'd cover some of the bases. It's coming to the end of my time here in Takistan, and I've pretty much covered all the towns, all the areas, and had a good laugh while I've been here. So I'm going to cover what my normal loadout is while we're chatting, but I'm going to cover all my bases that I've done. Well, all 4 of them I think. So let's see where we're going. I'm just about to catch something here. Yeah, I've got my fishing hat on. It'd be rude not to. I mean, anybody got any questions, you can always add a comment. I believe you can. Here we go. Bit of mackerel. I've got a couple of bits of mackerel. Right, this was my first base, if you remember. I were in a cave sharing it with someone, and oh, there he is. It's a case of all this stuff, but all is, and then this was my bit at the back. So that was my first base. So I lived in a cave. Then between some rocks, here we go. So I was just between some rocks, and I built a nice little base all on my own. And it were a case of it looked really good, stuck up the defences, it was great. And then I decided, okay, we'll find a bit of land, just an absolute flattish bit of land. I'll go up north because I was down south a lot. I'll go up north and build something on the spare bit of land. As you can see, what I ended up doing was doing a guest house, because I had quite a few people, with it being an open server, saying can I crash with you, because I couldn't be bothered making a base. I didn't want all that hassle with stuff and all the well, getting mixed up and having bits and bobs. So I just did a guest house and that. This is my fishing gear. I tend to leave it here while I was fishing. I've not really used much of it, but it's I like to have a clock just to see what time it is in game, and I got all my fishing gear there. I just stuck it under a tree, so when I come here and just want to fish a bit, I've got the gear. Now I suppose we better get and show you what base I've got at the moment. This is the biggest build I've done. I can't imagine that I'll ever do anything as big as this ever again. I'll just get rid of him. And it just because I could, really, just to see what I could come up with. So we're not too far over here. I mean, I might as well go into some of the gear that I have that I carry around with me. As you can see, I've got my own little look, or I've always tried to keep a bit of a look. I started with tan, but there were no tan gear. Could hardly get hold of it, so we went black. Jeans, hat, t-shirt, because it's Takistan. When the heavier stuff that you wear, the more water you need. So I just had a nice little vest. It was just a JPC plate carrier. I mean, I've got pouch rooms for extra pouches if I wanted it. Let me just show you this pouch here. I could quite easily just pick up and add it to the front, and all the rest. But I've got what I needed to get. I don't need the extra slots now. I know people go for as many slots as possible. Oh, I carry a clock with me as well, and a couple of weapons. Extra bag just in case I need to carry stuff. If I come across a barrel or something that I want to pick up, then at least I've got that bag that I can pick it up with. I mean, as you can see, most of my loadout is for VSSK and the PKP in this. My 2 preferred weapons. As I've always said, there is better weapons or similar weapons, but there is. I went through a spell of using the SMG 249 instead of the PKP. The only problem with that is it was always automatic fire. You didn't have single fire on the 249. Anyway, there you can see, just to the left of me, it's my new base. Didn't bother with the guest house. I just went straight for a nice big building. What had happened is somebody moved into my guest house and just left it, so nobody else could move in. I don't like that. I didn't know if they were coming back or anything. So there we go. We've got 5 flags. Yeah, I went a bit OTT with the flags, one in each corner and then one on the roof. I went for a pretty much straightforward design. I did concrete. I thought it looked better with the aesthetic look of Takistan. Camouflage on the bottom just because it were all uneven and that, and put my name on it so that people know that this is my base if they come to it, and that does stand out a bit. This was my second attempt. I started it, then I destroyed most of it and then started from the roof downwards. Very awkward. I wouldn't advise it at all, starting from the roof and working downwards. Satellite dish at the top, solar panel at the top, just for the lights and whatnot, even though I do have generators. At the bottom I've got two specific sides for 2 things, and then obviously coming through I've gone for wall and a half size to make it a bit more like a hall. The wine is obviously the water barrels all full, and a nice dining table where everybody can just all crowd around when I have people around. These don't really have much in, as you can see. This one's empty. I think I've got a couple of bits and bobs in the other one, and that's it. You know, trousers, bags and a few extra pouches. These safes are just for look. I've got nothing in them, just to make it look nice, and obviously my lights there. So there you go, that's the hall. I did have a table under the wine, but it despawned. And if you can have a look at the top, I've got a shelf at the top. I've got my 2 guys at the front door, guarding the front door. The 2 statues. And these are the pictures that do stay, so I've kept them. But if you can have a look, I've got a nice little wall there, gun wall there for my spares. And all these are all my SMGs, the M249s that I was using. Got a lot of spares on them, and then I decided to go for PKP for a bit. You know, as you can see, I've got 2 sides either side that I've got specific things in. Fire barrel, and this is all my rubbish bins. I just stick all the stuff that I'm not going to use in the bins. Over here is all my fish, because of my fishing gear, my fishing tackle. Because here I've got all sorts of different types of fish here. Well, not all sorts, a lot of it is pike, you know, mackerel. But I do have some other little stuff like sardines and a bit of big eye club, and obviously mackerel and a bit more mackerel. Best thing you can use is obviously the bull grill. Easy with the propane gas. This is just a storage for the propane gas. I found an extra canister, so it goes in there along with some of my gas stuff. Water, any cans that I've picked up that I've not used. And then here is my food. Some of the tin stuff, my extra bottles of water. And this is, a lot of these will be empty, but at one point every one of these were full to the brim of meat from my hunting when I go bear hunting or wolf hunting. Now I've got a bit of fish in it and a few steaks. Purely not, it just goes rotten. There we go, got a little bit of meat to be carrying on with for a bit. You know, just take a bit. So all this side of the base is all down to food, water and rubbish. I'll tend to fill up with rubbish and then obviously just dispose of it when I'm out and about. You know, when I go hunting, whatever. That's this side. Now the other side, as you'll see, is all down to crafting. As I say, all complete now. I'm pretty happy with my design. I have got some spare tools, not just one of each pretty much. In here I've got wood and a few nails that I've got left. I didn't have any concrete left, and I've got another spare fire barrel because on the evening the temperature just drop. So if you'll go to the back here and just have a look in, as you saw when I rolled up. So I've got a hall at the bottom where everybody can meet up. On the left I've got all my food and water, and on the right I've got all my crafting gear. Okay, next thing is, what about the stuff I wear and the stuff I sell and all the rest of it? Well, that's all up on the second floor. Obviously when you start you're grabbing everything, because if you can't use it in the meantime while you're getting what stuff you want, you're selling it. So it's a case of eventually you get to where you want to be, that you're quite happy with, which is pretty much me now. But you still pick up stuff when you're out and about. This is my to sell area. I've got a couple of VSSKs, you know, but it's pretty much all that. This is my ammo, my scopes and magazines and knives are all this side. I've tried the crossbow out, but you know, a couple of bolts just to take one animal down, you know, when my sidearm would take them down, it's a bit much. Yeah, little bits and bobs and a couple of spare glasses. That's on my ammo. On the other side is me electrical stuff, so we're talking lighting, cable, batteries, anything like that. You know, I'll stick here in this area here. So this is this side of the building. All these gear stands that I've got is just where I've started to build up spare sets. So obviously I've been playing this Takistan for a bit because I've built up quite a lot of the spare sets. All these spare sets are pretty much what I'm wearing. Yes, you can get bigger bags with more better slots in and all the rest of it, but this does me. One of the main things that I do keep on here is the MMG belt, because let's face it, I can organise things like my made gear and all that, and as for a bag, it's just storage. My repair side, gun repair, and this is obviously medical, sewing kit and all that. My medical in here, I've got it all organised on all the extra stuff, which I take one of everything pretty much, maybe a couple of extra bandages, things like that. All this is just building up to make blood packs or chlorine tablets, you know, and things like that. I mean, I need some of the chlorine tablets while I think about it. So yeah, that's the medical side of it. Now, obviously, got a balcony to look over. The only thing on my balcony is my fishing gear. Although, as I say, I tend to move that all over now. By where I go fishing and that, but it's just some spares, you know, hooks and whatnot. I think that's all my fishing gear that I had with me. Oh, apart from my hat, of course. I don't think the hat will go in there. No, it's just the fishing gear. And just dump it over here. Don't intend to do any more fishing today. Nice to wake up in the morning, do a bit of fishing. These all open up, so I can open up the full side, maximise the light and have a good view. As you can see, going across. I did quarter walls and not halves, so I went quarter and just lowered them down a bit. Now, obviously, there's a bedroom. Here we go, up onto the roof, open roof, with my bedroom with one of the large bags, another clock. I do like to know what time it is while I'm playing in game. Wardrobes with any spare clothes in, but not really got any spare clothes because they're all on the gear stands. And this is where I raise and lower the flag on the roof. There we go. Bringing it down, and obviously you can take it back up. There we go, shut the door. Right, and then obviously steps up onto the roof with my solar panel, or just basically having a walk around the roof to have a look around. See when there's an airstrike on the town next to us. As I say, I did go for the flattest area that's totally out the way from everything, and this is where I came up with. But I did have to go north a bit. So there we go, that's working fine. And that's pretty much it. You know, that's the view that I've got around. But as I say, it's the last build that I'll probably do. As I say, I'm moving on from Takistan. That's my ladders. I just needed somewhere to store my ladders, you know, while I was building. So, bedroom, medical, gear stands. No, they're all my gear is all black apart from one gear stand where I got a little bit of tan in there, but that's it. These, as you can see, all full of wine. I don't think this runs me water, you know, but I'm all full up on water. But yeah, if you go, you can go and click on them, and as you can see, all the water barrels are all full. There we go. And that one's got water in it as well. All you do to get water is obviously have an empty canteen, which I'm just emptying now. And then just put it up against the tap. And it's weird how it says drain. So that's now empty. I'll just put it over there. It's weird sort of how it looks, but that is just filling up my canteen now. So there you go. So I've moved from, there you go, all nice and full. So I've moved from sharing a cave to a base between some rocks, to getting this area of land and doing a little base with a guest house, doing this nice large base. And that's pretty much it. So, I can't see myself coming back to Takistan anytime soon. But it is one of those things where I might do, you never know, in the future. I stuck up little things like that where you can just hang it gone. Yeah, be a bit rude not to have a gold one, wouldn't it? As I say, I've done a lot of grinding in Takistan, so I've got a nice bit of trading and stuff like that. But little soft toys up on the shelf there. So we'll see what comes next. Well, I got a funny feeling it's everybody keeps playing Cherno, and that I started on Takistan, did a bit of Namalsk, ban off for about a month or so, then came back to Takistan, and I think Cherno's the next thing on the actual horizon. So we'll see. But there you go. That's my base.